Hello viewers, I have another electric truck for you. This is the Chevrolet Silverado EV, and let's take a look at this. So unlike the F-150 Lightning, Chevy has gone a different direction with this, and it looks totally different from the regular Silverado. No, it's a little bit similar, because on the back you have the Multi-Pro Flex tailgate that they have here, but you got totally different signals there. You got these flying buttress things, which remind you of the Chevy Avalanche, but that's all for aero. So the front end actually looks totally different from the standard Silverado, which is good or bad depending on your perspective. I've heard from Ford that a lot of their customers really liked that they kept the F-150 Lightning looking the same as the regular one, didn't make it look weird. Then you head along the sides. This is the RST model, so this is one of the top trims. Silverado, see it says a little E right there. That's how you know it's electric, as if you couldn't tell by looking at it. Inside there, this is one of the key features of this that really makes it different from other ones. It's got a full half gate right there, and you can either put half of it down, like in a 60-40 configuration there, put the whole thing down at the bottom, or that entire gate actually comes out. And so you can just open up the entire bed right into the cab. This is really interesting and something you can't really do in a standard pickup truck, but because this has a giant skateboard battery pack on the bottom, you can do that here. There in the back, you got some lights. You do have some power ports there. And this thing is really big. It's very heavy, though they haven't said quite how heavy it is. So it may actually be classified as a heavy-duty truck by the time it comes out, we'll see. But the battery pack is very heavy and shows how, over time, those descriptions of vehicles are going to have to change for EVs because they are quite a lot heavier. Up here, of course, you have the front trunk, or frunk, and there you got power outlet there, you got a couple little tie downs, you got a light. It's a little bit smaller, I think, than the Ford one, though they have not released final dimensions, and it is worth noting that this is a pre-production vehicle, and so it's not quite finished yet. Things can change, etc., etc. This is actually one of one, and they have forbidden me from actually touching it, though I can walk around and show you stuff. And that closes up, and then it seals up, and you have this interesting front lack of grille. You've got a grill down here, that helps cooling for the battery. Down there is where the radar and things are for the adaptive cruise control. But it has a totally different look on the front. It looks kind of like a fat Chevy Bolt a little bit. I find it to be much better in person than it was in the photos. So here's a look at what they're calling the Multiflex Midgate. So you can actually have this seat up and someone sitting there, and then be able to still fit all your cargo coming through here. So you can see how this works. Actually, the base of the seat there folds forward, and then the entire back folds down, and that's how the gate can open. And this entire thing can actually come out and open up to the outside world if you have to haul really big things, or if you want to do something like putting a camper on the back and make it open to the cabin. This is all very futuristic, and so you have a big dash cluster right there, and that's showing a little attract mode. And these are actually all powered by Google Android Automotive, which is the platform it's running on. So it's sort of like an Android phone with Chevrolet apps running on top of it, which enables all sorts of neat things, but for the most part, it makes everything look really cool. It does have a column-mounted shifter for those who approve of that. More storage there, cup holders, phone charger, and then there's the center console storage. So yeah, it might be a futuristic EV, but it does have some of the old style touches. So this does not have a sunshade here on the pre-production version. We don't know if that'll be the same in the final, but I bet it will. And of course it'll be treated to block out UV and heat and things like that, but it will let lots of light into the cabin. And then here in the back, you got the charge port. Nothing too exciting here. Could be straight out of a Chevy Bolt. And maybe actually it is. We'll see if that looks the same on the final product. DC fast charging, regular charging. And it's important to note that it does have the rear step here on the corner, which I know Chevy and GMC people absolutely love. So you can get into the back really easily, step on that, step on the rear tire, climb over, whatever you need to do. And you do have the Multiflex tailgate, which GMC calls the Multi-Pro tailgate because, you know, they're professional grade, but Chevy is not, I guess. I don't know. And so that is the electric Chevy Silverado. Hopefully we'll get to drive this probably next year, but we'll see. But you see, Chevy is embracing the EV-ness of it. EV relay. Electric Chevy Silverado. When's the electric Corvette coming?